Chase. Not that massive, just 80 this time, but Chase does not orphan his little babies easily, so he will make the call for another 220 with the Jack-7 offsuit. In a dominated position, going to need to find a 7 or some sort of straight cards.
Or
Free
just
flip.
the only club.
Yeah.
Oh, and let's see what happens.
Ooh, Chase going to donk lead out at this. 615 in the middle. I think that's a full barrel of green.
I do. 500-ish.
And Seth, who went from please check to me so that I can make a small continuation bet and you fold to just calling.
Yeah,
That
calls.
was an over bet to the pot on the flop as well.
Check, check. Yeah. So
Can't
there's
say I
that.
agree with the check back from Seth on the turn. I think your hand is definitely good enough to bet and continue if your opponent raises, but is going to get max value here because Chase is like, I have to bet now or I lose, and well, I bet and lose. And Seth will drag a nice pot here. Let's see, Chase bet looks like 1K at plus. A couple of greens, maybe 1075 here. Yeah, 1.1K. Tank snaps it off and ships a 4.4K pot with top trips. Chase here held on to his 8-7 offsuit, and he said, I'm going to 3-bet it. And Ezra says 2 offsuit Broadway cards, worth a call. Jwin now with a couple of black cowboys. Let's go, 1,000 now. And Slicer folds his hand very quickly. I think that's wise. People oftentimes will get married to something like 8s, 9s, 10s right here, and then just like hate their life for the remainder of the hand unless you just like drill the flop. And most of the time you don't drill the flop. So yeah, just let it go. You put 60 bucks in and you have 9s. Like, just like imagine a world within it which you was like, all right, the pot is $2,000 and you have
and
9s.
look at this flop. Look at this.
Ooh,
Chase just flops the goods.
And imagine if poor Slicer would have been in here. I mean, at least poor for
Oh,
now.
and Jwin just ships it, and Chase obviously snap calls.
Yeah.
And just,
Yeah. This is
Chase
is the
felt
life.
it. He just felt it that time. He said, oh, you're going to make it $1,000 to see a flop? I'm in. Let's go.
I'm in and I'm going to just wreck this. And
yeah, he's locked it up now. It's
drawing
over.
dead. Drawing dead on the turn. Jwin going to double up Mr. Chase to the tune of 4,005K. Let's take a look at this board as Noah going to turn bottom 2 pair and the best hand. Jwin is in here with pair of 7s and a gutty. Ezra has a gut shot 2 hearts as well. Pretty darn good hand, all things considered. Noah is going to make the call here. Bottom 2 pair, definitely too good to fold. Maybe not strong enough to raise because if you get re-raised, your hand doesn't function well as a call off. You really don't want to be put in a position like that. Over to Ezra now, and Ezra actually has a very, very interesting spot. This is a spot where a lot of players get gun shy, but I think he should just blast this. Making the call is also perfectly fine. You do have enough equity. Like, you are making money off of the call, I think, in that position. Is that true? 2.4K in the pot, 700. No, I guess I'm wrong. He wasn't actually getting that kind of a price. So to realize his equity best would have been a raise. Bricks it out, checks it down. Jwin 7-4.
But who
Jack
calls you
4,
with?
right? Like, there's this raggy shit in these people's hands. They can have, like.
But does anybody call you with worse? I guess one pair, maybe a king will call or a jack will call.
If you keep the size small enough, someone can always call you with worse, right? But like, do you want to open up the bet?
Interesting. He's reaching for chips.
This is the danger. Oh my good lord. If Ezra pulls the trigger on this and goes all in, you don't have any other option, I don't think.
Wow.
No, he is going to go for a smaller size. He's going to say, no, the smaller size actually looks stronger. And he's going to just get this through. Oh my god, this is the worst result ever. It shows on the screen that Noah wins this pot, but no, Ezra. Ezra in the 2-seat makes the raise. That hand got called wrong in the action tracker. Makes the raise to 3K and 5-4 snap fold. Full pot size bet here from Chase with top pair on this board. Ezra has an up and down straight draw, turns a flush draw to go with it, and a combo draw is always good enough to continue. Let's see how Chase goes on this turn.
It's interesting that he only shows you have 22% equity. I feel like I'm kind of surprised by that.
Yeah, so we're missing a lot of the diamonds.
He's only got 7 outs according to this.
Yeah, you can see up at the top. So of course, from Ezra's perspective, and this is always the tricky thing, right? Like when you're in a spot where you have this massive combo draw, and you're sort of thinking like, I have like 15 outs, right, or whatever, and then it's like, well, you do in principle, and you should proceed in the hand as though you do, but like the chances are that some of those cards are dead, right? Or none of them. Like you could literally have all of your outs. The rest of the deck could be your outs. I mean, you don't know. But he is going to call, can't fold, and bricks it here on the end. Chase will finish with the best hand if we make it to showdown. Ezra and Chase having a little bit of back and forth, and Ezra looks way too just sort of like happy-go-lucky, whatever, to be like, I'm sitting on the stones. Like I have a straight. Oh, Chase is like, I'll show you a card. Shows him the Queen of Spades. Picks a random card, shows him the Queen of Spades.
Oh, he didn't pick it at random. He knew exactly what card he was picking.
Oh, they're showing each other one. 10 of diamonds. That is a terrible card to turn over. It really didn't matter. 9 or the 10.
How is he going to call? He's got 10 high.
No, it's not even a call. I don't know that anyone has even decided. Oh, Chase checked. Okay, Chase checked. Chase is going to win this hand. Ezra doesn't decide to go for it there on the end, and that's going to be all she wrote. Pair jacks. Good. Slicer and Tank here, both flopping the best of... no, not the best of it. Sorry, Ezra here flopping the best of it. Top 2 pair. Slicer and Tank both with top pair Queen Kicker, and they are going to get into a raising match, and Ezra is like, let's go. Check, check, check. Bet 200, raise to 7. Ezra here should take this up to like 2,500, but he's going to make just the flat call. This is dangerous because you can get pushed out of this pot. Slicer gets out of the way, says this is not where I want to be, and that is fantastic. An 8 of clubs on the turn. Ezra still with a hammerlock on this, but doesn't really know it. Sure. Check call here from Ezra, 900 from Tank, and Tank's got to start wondering what he's up against here. What can check call? And another spade here on the end. Neither player going to love this. This is probably just going to go checky, checky. It does. And Tank going to get shown the bad news. Kings up. Better kings up. And indeed, those cards are going to go into the muck. Ezra going to drag a nice 3.8K pot.